inevitably goes down to mount a fully fledged retake, you know, with very little utility, with lesser weaponry and no kits available either. So
as well now. Attacked on down, finished off by Guardian, but Get Right is the gift that keeps on giving. He's somehow on 3, and now just Nico left to try and overthrow up in the apartments. Doesn't have the kit to play with. Time is ticking down. That Molotov going to rain on in, and actually a second one for your troubles. Nico going to be held back, and Get Right's on the bomb. Nico's gone running through, but he's doubled up the molly. Is that going to be time? Get Right on it. NIP, they found themselves a third round here as Get Right double mollies the apartments and clutches it out in the 1v4.
Oh my god, that's incredible. The part about this is they're still committing with a really heavy B setup despite Karrigan having loads of information and loads of map control. We should start to see this rotate now with Lekro getting a frag onto the ace.
By Guardian. Now the bomb looking to go down for FaZe. Leaves Forest and Rez left in this retake.
Guardian's just doing it all, just absolutely mowing through this defensive NIP. Forest will fight back with a couple of kills, and now we are into the final moments of this round phase. They don't need to peek. Karrigan's going to go in again, and Forest finds his third shot of the round. Forest! All 4 on this B site. NIP coming in with a retake on the pistol. That's both pistol rounds going the way of the Ninjas. And off the back of one man in...
I'm blind as fuck. Flashing high.
One water. Pit.
Pit dead. Girl dead. Last guy. I did some wild shit, that's all I'm saying. I did some fucking wild shit. I got an op feed though, Cirque, so that makes up for it. Oh, he took it again.
Yeah, try not to run over the barrels. That certainly doesn't go too well.
It's all right. It's a 3-point turn. It was meant to be smooth, but it's all. I mean, there's like 4 points to this, but NIP not quite as smooth a transition as the FaZe guys got.
Let's hope their games with this solo saved AWP. And FaZe, they're creeping up into this B bomb site. This is going to be a bit of a burst play. NIP might not be ready for the setup. Get Right's already spotted it. And now we have a nade stack coming out from the pit. It's fantastic. Lekro finds 2, and Get Right's diving in for a little bit more as well, as Nico has got to bail out his team, but he's stuck in a 1v4 on this bomb site. Still plenty of time on the clock, but Karrigan needs to come in to save his face.
Nico still able to keep on standing. He's been brought down to 10 HP, and he's the gift that keeps on giving. Nico's bailed them out of this round, and Nico's going to find absolutely everything. My goodness, look at him go. Leading by example is Nico. Smile on his face, and that's not going to get wiped.
I actually heard from a guy who spoke to these players after they came back, and this is what Marzel, that's the name of the player, is sitting next to Forsaken. He was like, there was a long delay, and they have these dividers, right? Those blinds on the side of the monitor, so he wasn't really able to peer over in his monitor. And when he looks over, if you like go back a little bit in the video, it actually shows him. He sees the command window open when the admin alt taps, and that's when and then this guy just deletes it, and that's when he just starts staring at Forsaken, and he's like, what the fuck was that, bro? I do agree it's going to be really hard for new players to come out now, at least in the country, but all things considered, I don't really think like the way people are, oh my god, this is the end of the world. I'm like, it's not. Come on, we got some pretty good memes out of it, and you know, we're gonna see some pretty good stuff coming out from this. Like tournaments will be better. Like you'll have you know, better cheat protection and whatnot, better anti-cheats. The admins will be more well informed. At the same time, people like, you know, Optic India is now out. Oh my god, no one else is gonna invest. I think that's complete bullshit, because you still got to look at the size of the country. You got to still look at the scope that this country might have in the future. Maybe not in the next couple of years, maybe in the next 3 or 4 years. That's not going to stop other orgs from coming in. They're going to be like, yeah, Optic messed up. We're not going to mess up. We're going to be coming in. I think DreamHack Window is still happening. So it's not like anything's really going to change. If only people are going to be more vigilant, more aware, and all things considered, I think the scene's just going to get better over time. It's just right now, everything looks very doom and gloom, but if you look at it very objectively, I don't really think it's...
I really, at this point, I really don't know what FaZe could do. Like, I don't think it's going to happen without a lineup change. I feel like they're not going to get out of this alone. I feel that this is not going to... that's the end of the line for me. I feel like they've just been out of it for such a long time, for several months now, that basically ever since Olaf came back, right? So, like, that's long enough for me to believe that this lineup is not going to cut it.
For example, when I saw him play on LAN, I'm like, all right, he's actually playing on LAN, he's performing, and I'm like, I just took it for granted right there. That's a fuck up on my end. I should have been like, you know what, maybe we should still be a bit more stringent. But everyone involved in the tournament hosting scene in the country kind of like, all right, this guy's kind of proven, right? And like no one realized it. There were a lot of holes. There was a lack of checks and balances by a lot of almost all the stakeholders, I'd say, in the Indian scene, including Optic India as well.
This made me think about what I was doing when I was this age. I remember I was playing soccer or football at a pretty high level back when I was probably 17. And I remember we were out playing some of our big rivals, and they had their friends put up on the stands to shout obscenities at me, mostly because my hair is red. You've all heard the words for that. And I remember my response to it was just turning around and mooning them for like an entire half. And that's how I handled it. You know, this was my ego compliment play.
So they get even a better shot into your...
to the paleness of my being.
Yeah.
Or no.
Their CT half. Guardian can keep that up. It's going to bode well for FaZe looking forward. Oh, get right. Look at you go. He's going to find a double. He's going to get them all. Get right. A little bit of a warm-up there.
Side, but they were so ready for Inner this whole time. Kicker kept vision on this lower ramp and made sure to play a spot without thinking that there's anything going on outside. And that was great, you know, paying attention to his crosshair here. And again, this is the player that.
Yeah, grab it. Get them down.
Yeah. A tela, tio, mostra a tela.
Calma, eu já lhe disse para ele não vai meter. Tenho certeza que daqui a nada vai arrepender. E ainda por cima hoje eu estou a beber. Tenho certeza que erro é.
Pera aí. Nós vai pra night, tio.
Mulher e nem me contou. Quero dizer não de propósito. Mas a foda é que ela é linda.
É linzão, nós vai pra night, tio.
A foda é que ela é linda. Sabe que eu não sei.
Já fecha as garrafas aí pra nós, linzão. Já fecha a garrafa aí pra nós, linzão. Vai, linzão, carai. Vem as gatas aí, tio. Deixa eu botar ele falando aqui, Bora, Lin, bora pra night, tio.
Vai no toque.
Qual? Oh, você quer... Peraí, o after vai ser aonde, tio?
Tá ligado, o after tá... É naquele lugar lá que eu te falei.
2 seconds left to do it in. NIP hot on their heels.
Range does have a smoke as well, but he's already been taken down. That CT spawn is now open. Rez comes in with one. Olaf with the trade, but he's going to get Pincer from Connector. Lekro's found that gun off the body of Karrigan, and Nico's been spotted. Takes down Get Right, and he's got to find a 1-on-3 clutch here to convert that second round. Dink is through. Nico's trying to tap away, and they line up. Damage! Nico's done it all. So good from Nico. He's continuing his performance from that previous map as well.
Comes out. Congarid getting caught out there, trying to get some form of cover. They run straight into the enemy. And CPC has the... He gets 2, he gets 3! Will he get 4? He will! Nobody will stop this man! Well, Huak. After so much chaos, suddenly silence. And... PT...
N.I.P. Forest.
У них большие проблемы на пленте.
Позиционочка вообще почастую проиграна.
Да.
Но вот если понимание о том, где находится Турок с АВП.
Бондик, я не знаю, как там выживает. Я не знаю, как там выживает Фиш, но это просто чудо.
se arrependeu.
Matou o Goss, Gabi?
Matei.
Pô, que protetora você, Gabi. Obrigado, pô.
Eu sou um anjo do céu, quero essa vida.
Aí, esse cara tá me trollando, pô.
Mãe, esse é meu namorado, Flufu.
Eu vou descer a escada aqui, viu?
You're actually going to see the mid split come through. They boosted up into window. FaZe are going to be all over this A-bomb site. Nico, absolutely ridiculous start to this map. That's exactly
right. You see the reply from it. 3 players for an IP immediately try and catch those, the 2 players boosting off guard by charging in towards this bomb site. The issue is, push comes in very, very late, and as you pointed out, there's no utility thrown in from NIP. So FaZe just allowed to take every single one of these gunfights in spite of that weakened buy, in spite of the less utility, and they win them all out. So now FaZe going to be finding a third, and Guardian, critically, he saved a bit.
Nosso adestrador de cadela. Bom, foi a fila mais longa que eu percorri. E aqui eu já... E aí, sejam bem-vindos ao primeiro dia de TwitchCon. TwitchCon, a fila tá grande, mas ó, pra participar...
Mano, vocês me trollaram, velho. Na moral. Vocês me trollaram hard, mano. Hard. Ó, vamos.
Does the setup pay off? It most certainly does. 2 kills from Kicker, but also a double off Issa. So the round's in question, and the bomb's down as those rotators come on over.
This rotate's a little bit slow. I'm worried for them. Issa is a strong clutch player. He's a strong player individually, and now that he's enough time to get into the most optimal after plant spot, you got to assume that he might get 1 kill. If that kill isn't James, he's going to have a very tough time winning the 1v1 with an op.
Issa's clearing CT spawn first. Here's the movement off Banana. There's a little disjointedness between the CTs, and the trade's not there. Jane can't hit it. So the op belongs to Issa, and Hellraisers, well, they're on that board